Phoenix family to One-Footed Phoenix. Most people don't associate stairs in a house being a problem until they can't actually use the stairs, or until they encounter difficulty using the stairs. But stairs become even a bigger problem when there's not enough accessible housing being built for people like me that use a wheelchair most of the time. My family has recently encountered a lot of difficulty finding a home that will be wheelchair accessible for me. And we've had a lot of difficulty finding a place that will work with my wheelchair because of a lot of different factors. Sometimes the doors aren't wide enough, sometimes the hallway's too skinny, sometimes I can't access the laundry. I had an experience recently with an HOA telling me that our house would be the only one in the HOA with a wheelchair ramp, which is not, by the way, something that you should be proud of. But I think the real problem came when they went as far to say, well, can't you just hop up the steps on your one leg? And at that point, I'm just thinking, you have to be kidding me. Like, come on. You think that I'm gonna hop up the steps on one leg, well, it's icy and very dangerous and snowy, and not to mention I could run the risk of having to amputate my other leg, because I could end up having to have a knee replacement and several surgeries on my other leg, and then CRPS could come back into my right leg, which I actually value having my leg right now, so no thank you, I don't want to lose another leg. This particular HOA also just didn't want the responsibility of having to maintain the ramp, which, I mean, like, I can understand that. They don't want the financial liability or whatever, but, like, your HOA shovels the snow. And honestly, it's not that hard to shovel the snow off of a concrete ramp if you would let us put in a concrete ramp, but no! You decided that it had to be removable so that when we sold the house, you could remove the ramp, and blah-de-blah-de-blah. But honestly, the easiest ramp to take care of would have been a concrete ramp in this situation. So all of that was a bit frustrating. They were going as far as to try to find loopholes with the Fair Housing Act so that they didn't have to comply with the law, and yikes. With this particular HOA, we knew that it would be our responsibility to build the ramp. Okay, fine. We also knew that it would be our responsibility to comply with making the ramp blend into the neighborhood. Also, alright, okay, cool, like, we're gonna make it look nice. It, didn't end there, and I don't really understand why. When we actually talked to someone from this HOA, they were, very prying into all of my medical history and literally wanted to know, all of the reasons why I, needed the wheelchair ramp, and I was just like, are you serious right now? Come on. I only have one leg, I use a wheelchair, I need a ramp, okay? It shouldn't be that hard. But even looking at moving into a new construction home, even that had its issues, where the new construction homes, all of the front steps are way too steep to install a wheelchair ramp, which becomes a really big problem. The other problem that we had with new construction is that the bathroom was situated where it was really close to the stairs to go down to the basement. And that's a problem because it would have been really easy to roll my chair right back into the stairwell and all the way down the stairs, which, yeah, very dangerous. And then, finally, I have had a lot of issues with finding that in basically every house we've been into, the bathroom is going to be inaccessible. And the reason that the bathroom is going to be inaccessible is that, I couldn't fit into the door, so that would be a hard no. Or I would be able to fit into the door, but I'd only be able to get in there one way, so I'd wheel in, and then I'd have to shut the door behind me, and then when I'm done, I have to open the door behind me and then wheel out backwards, which isn't very accessible either, because if you can't turn the wheelchair around, it can make it really hard to transfer from the chair to the toilet, or from the toilet to the chair. It can also make it really difficult to transfer from your chair to the shower as well. Thank you so much for coming and watching this video. It means a lot to me as the creator, and thank you for taking a little bit of time out of your day to have some education about why it's so important for us to have accessible housing in our communities. And you know, maybe not just even for amputees, but for other people that use wheelchairs as well. If you would like to see another One-Footed Phoenix video, click over here, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you!